day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roscan Gold presentation. Roscan Gold is a junior explorer with assets located in southwest Mali in a camp that has delineated and produced over 50 million ounces with a lot of well-known tier 1 gold deposits. And we rapidly advance in our Kandiole project located in that come towards resource delineation by the end of 2021. Forward-looking statement and the timeline that shows the progress we've made to date. And since 2019, we've significantly added value, moved the market cap from $15 million to over $100 million on the back of 4 discoveries, one of which is more known to the market in terms of strike and depth dimensions. The 3 new ones are being advanced as we speak, and we're hoping to be able to showcase the roots of the system to be able to get the valuation captured in our share price as we move forward in 2021. This shows the property tenement package that has grown significantly to a 350 square kilometer footprint, larger than some of our peers in that vicinity. But what's more exciting is this first order structure that we've picked up that traverses most of our tenement packages, and place of which is yielding a lot of discoveries comparable to the other first order structure that is relatively well known, where you had plays of it yielding the Lulu, which is a plus 10 million ounce discovery, Guancoto a plus 5 million ounce discovery, Fekola plus 8. So clearly significant ounces along a first order structure, and we're hoping to be replicating that on the structure that has seen relatively fewer exploration dollars and so far has some very good promising targets ready to be advanced. In 2021, we're hoping to move our discoveries towards resource delineation. By 2020, we showcased 10 priority targets, and we managed to convert 4 of these into discoveries. And we followed up with more generative exercises on the land package with the geophysical campaign that has been completed with targets being integrated. And the initial inferences are pointing to conductors that are extending several kilometers into the ground, which showcases the potential for fluid flow much deeper than where we've tested our mineralization to, which is maximum 200 meters that's being revealed publicly. So we think there's a potential to continue to grow these deposits at depth. And the number of more targets that we're picking on surface also points to the scale at which we can multiply the ounce profile on the total tenement package that we've put together. Geophysics has been very important because most of our discoveries have been based on superficial prospecting techniques, and being able to go deeper and figure out structural traps to be able to go deep into and pick some more substantive targets has been the reason why we went on the path of geophysical survey. And we interpreting data. We'll be sharing that to the street. But there's a lot of exciting new targets that are coming out from the exercise. But one thing that for sure is the magnetic signatures or the features that we see on this old geophysics map has shown some good correlation with gold mineralization, like we saw in Mankuki South and we see in Kabaya. And basically, we are definitely going to be following the trends we've sort of accumulated by the acquisition of the Mankuki West tenement to a potential 22 strike length. and further advance the scale of our maiden discovery as we build towards the north. And we also be looking to other new target regions that would be crystallized from the new geophysical survey. So we're excited to have accumulated this land package to keep the trend prominently within our tenement packages. And the new ground we acquired actually shows more extensions of geophysical features into it from the newly completed geophysical survey that has been put to the company. Mankuki South is our maiden discovery, and that's what is well known on the street. And we've traced mineralization to 700-meter strike extent. And basically, we see the sinistral offset that got us to acquire the Western Mankuki target. So it gives us the potential to continue to chase this mineralization to the west and north, as you could see from the magnetic signatures that I showed earlier on in the presentation. If you fast forward to um, the next slide, we see the long section, and that's even a more exciting picture. So what we're looking at is about a 500 meter out of the 700 meters that shows really good grades right up surface, grades close to about 4 to 5 grams, sort of setting for an open pitable situation with those high grades. And we see depth of oxidation going as deep as 150 meters in certain areas. So ease of mining, free dig, pointing to a potentially high margin operation as well. And we've seen recoveries that grade as high as 96% in the oxidized profile, coming down to about 90 in the sulfide. And we're encountering more sulfide as we drill deeper. So Mankuki South is set in its stage to be a very coveted discovery in the camp of a lot of geriatric mines, and I think basically that's catching a lot of attention of our peers. Um, the next advanced target that we acquired in July with the Comet acquisition was the Kabaya, which came up with the resource of 140,000 ounces, which was sort of constrained in the spec shell here with a 50-meter vertical extent. We put 23 holes in this and each hole had mineralization, and we've been able to extend this mineralization to a depth of about 200 meters right now, vertical. And it's still open. We're hitting grades about twice the amount of what was contained in the resource profile here. So the the footings for a significantly larger resource than the 140,000 ounces has been put in place, and we've extended this along strike. We're drilling deeper, testing the down dip extent, and it's been quite encouraging. And we also encountering about 90% recoveries from both rolls, which is about 10% more than what was used to calculate the resource. So it gives us another lever to significantly add to the scale of resource we acquired with this acquisition. We've already made another discovery on the ground we acquired on the Comet tenement package. So this is proven to be a very accretive acquisition for the amount of money that we paid for it. Capital structure, we've been able to get through our warrants overhang and significantly reduced our warrant from 100, almost 100 million warrant out there to down to just about 20. So we've cut it significantly, and the remaining warrants are really held by a lot of friendly hands, and they have been a source of funding for our aggressive campaign in 2020. They've been very supportive. Most of these exercised the warrants, brought cash into treasury, and did not really get rid of a lot of your stock in the open market. The ones that were disposed of, we were able to attract more significant shareholders onto our registry, giving us an enviable slate of registry that a lot of companies would be dying for. Earlier in this year as well, we've gotten a significant stamp of approval from for brokerage houses that have been able to put up some very useful research pieces on us, showing the market the value proposition and how we can continue to add value on the ground by advancing these discoveries we are making on the Kandiole. Finally, one of the unique features that distinguishes us from a lot of our juniors is oftentimes the success always comes with making the discoveries. The challenge is what do you make with it? And that's where the big boys always pounds in and essentially cut deals that are most of the time not in the best interest of shareholders, and the ability to move the project up the value chain becomes challenging. Our board has been really blessed with very accomplished executives who have overseen bigger mining entities, developed several projects from infancy into production quite successfully. So we're very humbled to have the likes of Sesam Donor and Venkat as additions to the board, and these are really accomplished individuals in the mining sectors. And we also are blessed to still have the presence of Greg Eisner, the founder of the company, who was very instrumental to put these very prolific packages together. And also have the support of Mike Gentili, who's been currently the largest shareholder of the company, a very supportive board member, and essentially always helps with a lot of good strategic reason and thinking for the company. And with this team, I think the ability to move the company from the current 100 million market cap into billion valuation upon successful discoveries as a reality. And we encourage more shareholders to come on board, new shareholders on board to enjoy the ride, and existing shareholders to stay put as we continue to roll our sleeves and unlock maximum value for this highly prospective region we have been able to put together. So that's the Roscan story. Thanks for watching and hope you have the best of the